Discover the secret refuge of Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco. A mysterious place, far from prying eyes, that shelters the royal couple's secrets, doubts, and dreams. In this exclusive report, delve into the little-known inner world of the Monegasque royal family and explore the underlying reasons for their need to escape from the rock. A captivating tale, on the border between dream and reality. Subscribe to never miss a single royal secret. Share the video, comment with your thoughts, and let us know if you'd like to visit this mystical place one day. It all begins where the spotlight fades. Where the glamour, the gala gowns, the official handshakes, and the red carpets dissolve into silence. There, in the shadow of the rock, lies a place few know about. A refuge, a secret sanctuary, almost timeless. This is where Prince Albert II of Monaco and his wife, Princess Charlene, come to recharge their batteries, far from the rumors, far from the media pressure, far from everything. A well-kept secret, deep in nature, hidden behind hills, where the horizon stretches as far as the eye can see and the wind whispers memories. They have never officially named this place. It doesn't appear in press releases. It isn't listed on tourist maps. Yet it definitely exists. This sanctuary is more than a vacation home. It's a place of silence and truth. It's here that Charlene, often perceived as distant or melancholic, finds a little lightness. It's here that Albert, often preoccupied with the affairs of the palace, reconnects with his role as husband, father, and man. Together, they find a balance that the splendor of Monaco doesn't always offer. But why this profound need to escape? Why this visceral need to retreat from the rock? To understand, we must go back in time. Delve into the twists and turns of a union as legendary as it is complex. Since their wedding in 2011, Albert and Charlene have been the center of attention. The fairy tale so eagerly awaited by the Monegasque people was quickly tinged with doubts, suspicions, and murmurs. Months without public appearances, Charlene's extended stays in South Africa, persistent rumors of tensions, even a breakup. But away from the tabloids, away from the attention-grabbing headlines, the reality seems more intimate, more nuanced, more human. In this refuge, they are neither prince nor princess. They are simply Albert and Charlene. They read, meditate, and observe the stars. They share simple meals, far from the pomp and circumstance of protocol. Sometimes they don't speak. They don't need to. They are there, together, and that's enough. The location, carefully kept secret by the palace, is said to be located in a remote region of Provence, between lavender fields and wooded hills. A property surrounded by old stone walls, soberly renovated, respecting the heritage of the past. Calm reigns there, disturbed only by the song of cicadas and the rustling of the wind. It's also a place of transmission. This is where the twins, Jacques and Gabriella, grew up away from the cameras. There they discovered nature, freedom, and silence. Albert held this place in particular dear. He wanted them to have as normal a childhood as possible, despite the weight of their name. Charlene, for her part, found a space here to become again who she was before the monarchy. A swimmer, a free woman, a sensitive soul. This refuge is a mirror. It reflects the truth of an often misunderstood couple. It is not a place of escape, but a place of rebirth. A silent response to the media storms. Where some saw escapes, there were perhaps only salutary retreats. Where others spoke of crises, there were perhaps only respites. And yet, this story cannot be reduced to a simple need for privacy. Because this refuge, in its very symbolism, says a lot about our times, about the unbearable pressure that public figures are under, about the solitude that lurks behind the crowns. Albert of Monaco is no ordinary man. He was born into the spotlight. As the son of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III, he carries the legacy of a legend. As for Charlene, a former athlete, she had to learn to navigate a codified, rigid, and sometimes stifling world. Their union has always been closely observed, deciphered, and criticized. So they built a parallel world. A place for them, just for them. A world where appearances no longer matter. A world where they can exist without having to justify themselves. And this place exists. Not just geographically. It exists in their knowing glances, in their tender gestures, in this fierce desire to preserve their relationship, their family, their balance. Several people close to the couple, speaking anonymously, have confided that this refuge saved their lives on several occasions. Charlene reportedly found the strength there to overcome her darkest moments of doubt. Albert would have drawn from it the serenity necessary to face the challenges of the principality. It is their anchor. Nothing is left to chance in this place. Even the furniture has been designed to encourage rest, meditation, and rejuvenation. No screens, no ostentatious luxury. Natural materials, wood, stone, linen. A minimalist, almost monastic decor. An ode to simplicity. A silent declaration. Here, we reconnect with what is essential. And in this world saturated with images and rumors, this silence becomes an act of resistance. A discreet but powerful message. They don't need to show themselves to exist. They don't need to respond to be understood. Their refuge speaks for them. While many wonder if their love will last, if their story will survive the storms, perhaps it's time to see this couple differently. Not as two glossy figures, but as two human beings in search of balance. Two souls who, despite the weight of history, are still searching for their own truth. In a world that demands immediate answers, their silence is a mystery. But this mystery, far from frustrating us, should perhaps inspire us. What if their secret weren't an escape, but a deeper, more authentic form of love? Essentially, this refuge is a mirror held up to each of us. Where would we go, if we could escape, even for a few days, from our obligations, our labels, our masks? Where would we go to become ourselves again? And you, if you had a secret refuge, sheltered from the world, what would it look like?